Hey everyone, welcome to Is Your Six Covered? Just having some fun. Going to do some shout outs, go through my list of subs, and probably most of them you may have heard of, but you might have learned a few that you haven't. So we'll have some fun today. I'll switch over here shortly and we'll do like a screen share thing. And we're waiting. We invited quite a few people, so we'll see if some people show up. But while we're waiting for that, we're just going to have some fun and kind of go over some of the different channels out there that you may or may not have heard of. So, hey everyone, welcome to Is Your Six Covered? Get all this stuff ready, and we'll do some shout outs, go through my mute this deal here, a list of subs, and maybe probably most of them you may have heard of, but you might have learned a few that you haven't. So we'll have some fun today. Let's see. All right. So let's get started. Do a screen share. And Mud in season here. Good evening, fellow Patriots. Come and join us. We're just having some fun. If you guys jump on in, I'm going to switch over, so I'm not going to be able to read any comments here for a little bit. Let me just open another window. How's that? See. And so here we go. So we'll start off with Firearms Radio Network. They've been doing this for a long time. There's a ton of good information out there that you guys are going to see and, listen to. A lot of knowledgeable folks. What happened? All right, so let's see. Just making sure this thing works. And it was working, so we'll go back. There's Bud and see what's going on. Having some fun, guys. Jump on in. I'm going to switch over, so I'm not going to be able to read any. I got so many windows open. I'm having. Let me just open another window.
Mouse. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you? Let me turn some of these off here. I got a bunch of windows open.
I know you do. It sounds like.
Let's see here. Gotta figure out which one it's on. So here we go. It's this one here. All right. So we'll start off with Firearms Radio Network. Hold on a sec. They've been doing this for a long time. There's a ton of good information out there that you guys are going to see. If I stop this, listen to a lot of. It's going to turn me off, I think. That's the problem with having so many screens going at the same time.
No doubt.
How you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good.
All right, so that's the one. That's the live one. One of these windows is yapping still. There it is. Okay. Now we can go over here. Well, before we get going, how's your day?
My day's good. I mean, I work at Walmart. I mean, it was rough today. I'm not kidding you. I'll not lie to you.
Oh, you probably got 400 million people trying to buy some Christmas presents today, I would assume, right?
It's rock and roll. You can't even breathe. You can't. It was pure rock and roll. I mean, people are amazing. Just amazing.
It's crazy. My father-in-law, he works for Target. He does like the maintenance stuff, so they've been beating him up with, just because there's so much stuff going on. This is broke, that's broke, and he's running around crazy. So Yeah, he's saying the same thing. He's you know, and 'tis the season. Everybody's out there definitely buying all the crap up right now for Christmas. So
Yeah, but Rick, you started months back. I mean, goodness.
that's
Realistically, you did. I mean,
yeah.
your videos, man, you make me hungry. You really,
That steak one or the beef jerky?
both.
Did you see the Rice Krispie one?
Yeah, I did.
I had a
Like,
good time. I had a good time with that one.
I was sitting there going, what is he doing now?
It's always something. I've been not busy. I don't know, that bow one that I'm supposed to be working on and everybody's waiting for is, I don't know, that thing's just not going to work like I'm hoping.
You're looking at gosh, you've got to look at that. I understand what you're doing, but you've got to have that bow in the scale of the lower size. I mean, there's no doubt what you could do with that. If you had the arms on that bow, the right string, the bow tension of the string, that sucker would shoot probably to the next state.
I'm trying. The only problem is if I could start over and before I did the first video and and change the arms of it, it would work very well. The
Yeah.
problem I'm having is it's already arched. So when I flex it, when I draw the string back, it's already, if it was here and then I brought it down to here, I'd have power. But since I'm already like this, I can get it to like that. And I'm not getting what I want out of it.
I know. I watched that and I thought, man, that's too much flex. Just got too much flex.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and the arrows, I went to a better arrow, so hopefully that helps. But someone, I don't remember who it was, but they had a good idea with that copper pipe. That like half-inch, three-quarter-inch copper pipe.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't have the flex in it as it goes through the holder, the arrow rest holder.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I don't know, it's not so much from the pressure. It's just the original arrow I did was like the aluminum. I put 3 kids ones together, and those are too flimsy. So I built some out of graphite, and it's basically 3 arrows, put together. But it's a lot stiffer. So hopefully those fly better.
Yeah.
But right now they suck.
What do you want to do with that? What do you really want to do with that?
Yardage wise,
Yeah.
I don't know, at least 100 yards.
Oh, you can.
But right now, I mean, I think I could do it if I hooked up, if I hooked something to it like a winch or something and pulled the string back so I could get those. It's not 4x4s. It's basically laminated, like 1x4s. So there's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I could get a little more flex out of them, but using some type of toe strap or something where I can really get. Because right now I'm thinking I'm supposed to do it the way I worded it on the video. It's more or less me pulling it back. So it kind of sucks because I could get a lot more. So at the end of the video, once I do the video, I'm gonna back it up to something and either blow it up, break it, or whatever ends up happening. But I'm gonna try to shoot some far ones with it.
Let me throw this out to you, and this just come to my head, just in a minute. Bamboo.
For the arrow?
Take bamboo and
Mhm.
drill a hole in it in the chambers and fill it with lead.
Oh,
Or you think about it.
yeah.
You've got to have the weight. You're looking at a bolt. You're trying to fire a bolt.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at a piece of wood, it does not have that. You know what I'm trying to talk about. I mean, if you put the internals in that, with the right string behind it, my God.
Well, that's the thing. I went to cable. I tried P-cord. I tried those elastic surgical tube, like a slingshot stuff.
Yeah.
And because one of the viewers, they said, since you're not going to get much flex from the actual bow, you're going to need the power to be generated by something else. So I gave it a shot, and I tried. We shot a few, and I took a break, and then that thing snapped. I was glad we weren't pulling it back at the time. I probably would have lost an eye or something. But
or a limb.
Yeah, or a limb. So I went to a cable. It's like a 3/32, like a stainless steel cable, so I could get the flex coming out of the arms or the bow basically. So we'll see, but I don't know. I got to do it soon. I still haven't made the mount off the truck because I want to be able to pull it pretty dang hard and be able to shoot it. So I'm going for this one, which will probably be, I don't know. It's not going to go as far as I'm hoping, so we'll see. But I got some design work on another one I'm working on, so I'm kind of more excited about that one than this one.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Why don't you give the world an update on your channel if you got some new things going on, or if you learned something new from a video, or, put your name out there.
Yeah. Mine, on my channel?
Yeah. Give yourself a plug.
Rick, all I do is I'm just trying to keep on top of what government is doing, what they're doing around the world. My channel is about pretty much trying to inform everyone to wake up. Just wake up.
Yeah.
If they don't wake up, what's coming is going to bite them. And it's going to come bite us all. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So,
what do you think the deal with Russia is going to be? Because I haven't been keeping up on that one.
Well, with Russia, I think Putin right now, in my heart, this is my opinion, I think Putin is probably the strongest leader in the world. I believe he's kicking back, taking names, and I believe all said and done, and I'm not going to compare him to Hitler. I will not do that. Putin is doing something that, this may sound funny to a lot of people, I don't care, but Putin is doing something that his country needs. I mean, sanctions from the U.S., which are BS. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
If they go with China, more power to it. This government that we have as our government needs to step down. I mean, just pause. But our government is tyrannical. There's no doubt about that. They are taking our freedoms. Go ahead, Rick.
No, I was just saying for sure.
But they're taking our freedoms. We are not the enemy. We are far from the enemy. They are the enemy. Our government is the enemy. They are the ones reaping the benefits. Our politicians reap us every day. They are spending our money like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, they have gone wild. I mean, okay, you've heard of Girls Gone Wild or whatever that thing is. This is government gone wild. Politicians gone wild. I mean,
yeah, they could care less who's going to have to pay the final bill of this thing, and that's our grandkids.
Yeah, it's incredible what the American people are letting happen. It's scary. It really is scary.
It is. I know, and it seems like it gets worse every day. There's some news story. You know what was unfortunate is before it used to be some dumb pop singer, some 22-year-old pop singer drunk, and that was the big headline news.
Yeah.
We thought that sucked, but now it's even worse. It's stuff that impacts us all besides some shithole that's been
Yeah.
running around drunk for the day or whatever, causing ruckus. Some movie star or whatever the case is. Now it's hitting home to more homes and is unfortunate for sure because you can fix one derelict that's driving around being an idiot, but when you got the guy that's basically running the country, unfortunately, or doing whatever he wants, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, it's not unfortunate. It's unfortunate is kind of a
That's a soft word, huh?
that's mellow. Yeah, very.
That is mellow. I'm still mellow. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm as fed up with her as everybody else is.
Yeah.
There's 4 people out there we should say hi to. We got the political terrorist.
Yep.
How's it going? We got Mud MC, which is on the panel today. The political terrorist again. Preppers United. Preach on. Thanks for showing up. And AZ Prepper. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're just going to have some fun. You guys are more than welcome to join the channel. It's on the description on, or what's it called? Yeah, the description there. So jump on in. We're just BS and having some fun. And I was going to do some shout outs. Maybe do a little stuff, jump on. We'll ask some questions on maybe kind of pushing our channel. Not so much to push it, but just kind of give us the heads up on why we started or whatever the case may be. Just having fun. So if you guys out there are interested, please join us.
Yeah, and TPT, I know Don, but he comes out and says Obama's a puppet for the international bankers. Obama's a puppet. He is just a puppet. That
For
man's
sure.
making more money. He's making more money, hand over fist, than he could ever fathom.
Now, would you say if anybody got elected as president, say it wasn't him, which I wish it wasn't, I never voted for him, but let's just say anybody that was on the thing, depending on what year it was, do you think the same stuff would have happened? Because as a president, you are a puppet. You're basically, you're working for somebody above you. Whether it's a couple countries, one country, or 10, 50, but do you think all the same stuff would have happened?
From my heart, with a racist issue, racist this, racist that, I feel Obama, I'm not racist. I'm not. But I feel Obama has got he's got a free ticket. I feel he was put in there for a reason. His agenda was for a reason.
Yeah.
I do believe he is not an American citizen. I do believe that.
I still haven't seen anything.
Well,
I still haven't seen anything. No birth certificate.
That tells you or nay that he is or is not.
Yeah, I've seen a fake one.
I have too. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it's they're placed. I mean, the presidency. $500 million to place someone in office. Give me a break. Goodness gracious. With $500 million, how could they could help the American people in so many different ways. But now they're choosing to take the homeless and either shoot them or send them off or to another country or, it's incredible what's going on right now. Every day is another slap in the face of, oh, you're an American? Oh, you're homeless? Well, we know a place for you.
Yeah.
You don't pay taxes? Oh, well, we got a place for you too.
Well, that's the thing. We got true Americans that are homeless. They've been kicked out of their house. They've lost their jobs. All those people we could be helping instead of somebody across the country there that has no impact on us. Why are we wasting our money on them when we could be helping ourselves?
Yeah.
It's just wrong. And why do we have to worry about everybody's stuff? You know what I mean? If there's a bunch of people, in a conflict and they're blowing the shit out of each other, well, that sucks. But I mean, why are we helping when maybe we shouldn't be? That's why I think everybody hates us.
Well, it's not us. It's our government. It's the government. Not even my government. It's not my government. This is not something I signed up for. I did sign up for it, but I was young, dumb, and you know what. But in the same sense, this is not my government. This is a government gone wild, tyrannical.
Yeah.
International banking cartel.
Yes, yes, you're
Hey,
right.
political terrorist. What's up?
I'll throw in my 2 cents.
Your 2 cents is always welcome, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, and we all need everyone's 2 cents right now. I mean, we do. Because December 24th is when the treaty with the UN goes into effect. That's when they're coming to get our firearms.
I hope they try. I do.
I do too, Don. I do.
Fuck them over. And they ain't stupid.
No. No. I say bring it on. Bring it on.
Like I've said it before, yes, if the government turns military troops, their own troops on the people, yes, they will fire on them for a little while.
You think they really will, though?
Oh, look at
If
Egypt.
you're an enlisted soldier, would you do that?
I wouldn't.
No. No, I wouldn't.
See, and I think
No one's will.
I would say you'd want to say at least the majority of them would. They would figure out that you're on your home country, you're not going to fire upon your own people. Now, depending on how brainwashed that person is, but
Egypt is a good example of what will happen to them. The military ended up turning on the government.
yeah,
Yeah, but they were
on themselves.
they were there in the beginning, and they did kill some people, but they ended up, you know what I mean. That's the way it'll go down, unless they bring in troops from another country. Then them people will do whatever they want.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. We already have. DC is already covered pretty much by probably 30,000 plus troops as far as the region. I correct me. I mean, I think the region is number 2, number 3. I'm number 4. But they already have Russian troops that are in DC to quell anything going after the capital to protect our government. That's been in place for almost 5+ years.
There's a lot of messed up stuff going on. A lot.
I know, man. I know. From my heart, I know. And you know, too. So does Rick. So does everyone. It's like, we all say every night, we're not preaching to the choir. We all know what's going on.
I've said this 100 times. If you look into this, you can start anywhere you want, and it always goes back to the same group of bankers.
Yeah.
I don't care where you start. Even if you start where it's a lie, it'll eventually bring you back to the same group of bankers.
Yes. Yep. Back.
Yeah, for sure.
And and every war we've been in since the since the fight for the freedom of the country, every other one has been based on lies and bullshit, and fought for the bankers. Every one of them.
Yes. I agree. Wholeheartedly, yes. I agree. Fact.
Well, I mean, Vietnam. Think about that. Gulf of Tonkin.
Yep. Afghanistan, Iraq.
Yeah.
I mean, god dang.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah. Bosnia, Croatia. I mean, we can go on and on and on.
You can go right down the list and find a false flag for every World War I, World War II. I mean, some of this information I've run across is people don't believe it. They don't, I guess in their heart, they don't want to believe it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people know it's true.
They don't, Don. I mean, they don't, because the way I feel about it, the people who don't believe it are in a fog. They are willingly in a fog. They don't want to come out of that fog.
Yeah.
they feel that if they're in that fog that they're protected, but they're not.
It's people like my mom. She says, "Yeah, it's been this way for as long as I can remember, but what can you do about it? You can't change anything." That's the stance she takes on it.
Yeah,
You know? But I'm not made that way.
me
You know
neither.
what I'm saying? I have to do something, and I continuously frustrated. You know what I'm saying? This is all I know that I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, get out there and, educate. And, the good channels for that are American Warning and Resist the Tyranny. They definitely have a lot better information than I'll ever know. And especially you guys, you're way up on the topic of all that. I know you're always in those chats giving your 2 cents, which is awesome because you have a lot of knowledge in that area. And I don't try to hide from it, but it's just so hard because it's always some negative bullshit that's coming down. The next thing on the list, what's it going to be? It's this and that, and it sucks.
It's easier the longer you do it.
Yeah, you're like, man, this is.
I mean, some people would sit here, if me and Mutt was talking, they would be like, "Man, I cannot believe this. This is fucking crazy," and it's normal to me and him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's a normal bias where we have been exposed to it for so long.
It's Smurf Killer. I can't remember the numbers after his thing, but Smurf Killer, he's maybe it's, I don't remember what it is, but he's very knowledgeable in that as well. And all the stuff going on around the country.
Smurf is awesome. He's Smurf Killer 223 is
223, that's what it was. I was thinking 5.56, but I didn't want to screw it up. It's almost the same thing. 223.
The problem is America has been captured by international bankers. The poor are only going to get poorer. The middle class are going to become poor, and the rich are going to remain rich. And that's just the way it's going to be unless we do something. When I was a young man, even on a $7 or $8 an hour job, I could go out and work all I wanted to, all the hours I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could make $400 or $500 a week, and we're talking 20 years ago. I can't, and I'm making the same fucking money today.
yeah.
And my own business.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. With all the things they're trying to do with all the laws, and they're basically screwing everybody, because if you cut everybody down past part-time so you don't have to pay them their insurance and benefits and stuff, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I had insurance for my family through my wife's work. She works at Bob Evans. She's been there for 12 years. We've had insurance the whole time up until the passing of Obamacare for me, my wife, and my 2 kids. And now they're wanting us to pay like $1,200 and change a month.
Yeah.
There's no way. I can't afford it. You know what I mean?
And I've heard those stories over and over and over. This is supposed to be all this good BS, blah, blah, blah. And everybody that has been impacted with that Obamacare crap either has paid, twice, at least twice, what their normal, what they had to pay into it, and their level of service is going down.
Well, it's not only that. It's the insurance companies are owned by the banks. It's just another way for the banks to take more money. They pass a law to steal our money.
Yeah.
I mean, when are we gonna end this socialist experiment that they started back in 1913? I'm done with it.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm done. I'm done. I want to be a free man on the land.
How long are you going to try something that doesn't work and finally say the hell with it? It's not working. What I mean?
It's coming soon. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
December 24th is when the treaty with the UN comes in for the gun grab. So let's see what the UN and what the corporate U.S. government, that is not my entity. They are a separate entity from my life and my being. Let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Because they're going to fight a major army. We are a major army in this country. That's why we do possess firearms.
I'll tell you, the taking of firearms is going to be a gradual thing. It's not. They're not going to come after them. They will keep doing what they're doing until they eventually take them. They're
No.
very patient. They've been doing this a long time. That's how they've got all our rights, a little at a time.
Well, Don, let me subdue you here for a moment. Let's not go with that prophecy that you just said. Let's say that they're not going to take a firearm. I mean, I do understand Connecticut, with the registration, all that. Connecticut was the first state that said, "Fuck you, fuck you." No,
Yeah.
we're not going to register our firearms.
I thought that was an
major-
awesome first step right there.
Yeah. No, we will not.
I'm not going to register.
No. Hell
Here-
no.
I won't have a gun in my house if that's what it takes to not register them. I'll take every one of them and bury them in a watertight box out on the hill somewhere.
Yeah, I've done the same. I've already done that. But let the American people know now in this chat. I mean, there's only 9 watching, but in the same sense, let the American people know, the ones who are watching, bury your damn weapons, and do not give them up. No way, shape, or form. I mean,
I'm not gonna say bury your weapons, but I will say make sure you have weapons not in your home that you can access. You know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah, because with all the new laws, they're passing mental health laws and everything else. You know what I'm saying? I will not be disarmed. If they come to my home and I am in the house with my children, they're going to get my guns. I'm going to give it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you guys should do what I did. You know what I did? I sold every one of them.
Oh, yeah, I sold mine a long time
Same
ago.
thing. I did the same thing. I really did. I got tired of it, and I thought, it's better being comfortable without them than with them. So, and the ammunition I sold, I sold it at top. Like when gold was the highest at what, 1,600 an ounce. I sold my ammunition at the same price, so I made oodlings.
Yeah.
I did.
The stock market keeps going up and commodities keep going down. How is that possible?
Because they're flooding the damn stock markets with fake cash.
Yeah, what's up with fuel right now? Holy hell. I love it.
They're setting the American people up for a downfall from hell. That's what they're doing.
My opinion of what's going on with oil, get used to the lower prices. With all the shale drilling and everything else going on, we are the biggest producer of oil in the world now.
Yep.
There's a 2 million barrel a day glut on oil. The economy all over the world has slowed down, and it's catching up with the oil market. Plus, they're using Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia usually drops production when something like this to drive the price back up. But they're not doing that. What they're doing, they're also attacking Russia with the same thing all at the same time.
Yep.
I mean, Russia is a oil-based natural resource economy, period.
It's been pretty crazy.
Well,
I mean, no matter what the fuel is, and when I go back east, at least to the state I always visit, it's 70 cents cheaper than out here. And right now, it's cheap. I'm like, damn, this is awesome. It's crazy.
$2.27 a gallon today.
Yep.
227.
$2.27.
$1.61 down from 4 months ago here.
Isn't that crazy?
And diesel fuels only fell like 70 cents.
Yeah, that's bullshit in itself. Diesel is the least refined fuel on this God's earth.
I know that should be like 75 cents a gallon. We're basically using it just for them to get rid of it.
Well, they're targeting the truckers. That's what they're doing, targeting truckers. So They
Yeah.
know that commerce has to move, and they're targeting truckers.
Yeah.
And okay, now another thing with the fuel going down, like I say, $1.60 plus a gallon. Do you see food prices going down?
No, because the market should. The big riggers are spending less.
Yeah,
All that adds up.
yeah,
Every everything but food is
yeah.
going down, and it should go down too because cheaper transportation costs.
Ammo's not.
No, they're all keeping it the same price. Oh well, while we can gouge, let's go ahead and gouge. But there is one thing they are going down are firearms.
Yeah.
Firearms are dropping; they're plummeting in price. Really are.
Let me jump out here real quick and say we got some new visitors. We got Marvel Legends Masters of Marvel Arena Play, Metham 88, Gear Grinding 19, Preppers United, obviously, Hawaiian Volcano Squad, and he said Saudis flooding the market to get their arch enemy Iran and their Russian benefactors.
Maybe.
Who else we got in here real quick? Hold on one sec, guys. I think that's the rest. I think I've said everybody so far. Thanks for joining us. Jump in if you guys want. We're just BSing about whatever, so.
Yeah. I think Rick, did you kind of want to mail her probably mail her.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Right when I put it's all good. I do want to just, and I have been, and people jumping in, I'll give them a shout out or whatever.
Oh yeah. No.
Let's. Why don't you guys pick one channel that you really like and the reasons why? Maybe that'll help somebody else out.
I can't pick one. I mean, there's so many.
All right, pick a couple then.
Okay, I'll go with your channel, of course. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
you're a Canuck. I mean, you're down to earth. I mean, you bring up the pack you brought up the other day, backpack. I mean, one shoulder pack.
Oh
Killer
yeah.
price, killer pack. You didn't really show everything about that thing, but you did a hell of a review. You're as far as making the so-called tent, you did that awesome.
Oh.
The arrow, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah. Still
we've
working.
All of us gonna work on that. We got to give Rick some. So I want that thing to shoot into the next state. So that's pretty.
I'm hoping it does.
But no, resist. Matt Winklejohn at RTT, resist tyranny. Excellent, very good man. From the heart, same as you. David Robertson, An American Warning, from the heart, patriot. And Stump, I just see Stump came in the good man right there. Stump
Oh,
in.
there he is.
See,
And Big Dixie also jumped in.
so many people out here. I mean, Marbles, I'm not going to go all through that. And so many good people out here. And so many good channels, too. I mean, we're just, I don't know what to say. We're going against a tyrannical government that they feel they can do no wrong. And I guess the American people can do no right. I'm dumbpuzzled. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to do right every day, and the only thing I see them is doing wrong. I try to tell the truth every day. I succeed. They don't.
I know. How far would we get if we didn't do any of our jobs right?
Yeah,
We'd all be fired, right?
yeah. And these people are making. Anyway, go on. Move on and to Don, and yeah, we can go on and on with that. But
Don, who you got? Who's some of your channels you like to?
Space Guns, Andrea, she's one of my oldest friends from YouTube. She's a good girl. General Banner, me and Luke talk all the time, and my biggest shout out with somebody that I've really been working with a lot here lately is Dennis Wise. He goes where other people refuse to go, and I respect that.
Very cool.
where he thinks, things that are completely politically incorrect. He's fearless, and I'm good with that. There's a lot to learn.
Is it DENNIS?
Yeah, wise.
Okay. I don't know if I have him. I'll have to take a look.
He-
So that's good. That's kind of the reason why I want
he's a pretty radical man, but I am too.
I am too.
Just get information out there. You know, you take
He produced the documentary "The Greatest Story Never Told," which is number 48 on the internet now.
wow.
And I'm telling you that I knew about the information that he posted, but the way he put it together, and it showed the good and the bad and everything, let you make up your own mind. I think it's going to change a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
The American people had better wake up. That's all I know.
Yeah. Our history's jacked.
Yeah.
We don't even understand our own history. You know, people will fight you tooth and nail if you start telling them stuff about World War II and how the Nazis really were and this and that. And it's because the brainwashing is so deep. If you can wake up to 9/11, you got to realize this lying shit didn't start there. I mean, they assassinated Kennedy, and
Yep.
It's been going on a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they've steadily had this since Andrew Jackson.
True. Very true. And I think the one thing I want to emphasize about this is us being on this chat and everyone in that external. I'm telling you, we are targets. We are targets. And Rick, you're the major one because you brought this in.
Yeah, I just got put on the red list. I
Yeah.
think I was already on
Fly. You're on the no-fly, brother.
the
And I'm telling you, everyone on this, in my heart and mind, everyone on here making a comment or even commenting on this chat, we are targets. And if you
Yeah.
don't think you're not, you are in a fog.
No, we are what's left over of the Republic.
Yes.
That's what we are. The next generation coming up, if we don't teach them what we know,
Yeah.
this battle's over.
I agree.
They'll have their world government.
They
It's
will.
our generation that's going to have to put it down. Period.
And I believe that's why it's come to this point, Don. I really do in my heart. I believe that's why it's come to this point. Because we are strong and we are many. And it's time that there's no turning back.
Got to figure out a way to bring people together of all races. That's the key to this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We get rid of these people. I don't care, black, white, whatever you are, green, purple. I don't care. Let's get rid of these control freaks, and then we can deal with our differences later.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. You could deal with your differences with other races and cultures and in a totally different way than we're doing it today. In a respectful and peaceful manner. Not go to war and kill them. I'm sick of that.
And I say there's bad in every color. Doesn't matter what it is. It's not. I think it's just how. I think a lot of it is how people are raised. I know you see statistics of different colors being in prison more than other colors, but I think it's all about how a person's brought up. If you're brought up to be a little shitbag, you're going to be a little shitbag.
Well, it's not only that. A lot of these poverty-stricken areas, they have no out. You know what I'm saying? There is no job that they can go to.
Yeah, that doesn't help for sure. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where these fuckers have destroyed us. They don't care if there's jobs here because they'll ship the factory to China because it's cheap over there. They're about making money.
Yeah.
They don't care about us.
No.
That's true.
And
The mighty dollar always seems to win, unfortunately.
we don't have a government for the people. We don't have it because it doesn't exist. Period.
Let me give you guys some more shout outs, and if you haven't heard of them before, bring it up and we'll go over it a little bit. But probably all heard of Jarhead 6. Probably heard of Zombies R Us. General Banter, Luke Banner, same gentleman, Informed State of Mind. Great guy, very knowledgeable. There's a new subscriber that I subscribe to. Her name is Wolf Diamond. She's pretty cool, got some good videos out there. She's kind of just starting up. The Firearm Guy, he's pretty popular in the YouTube. You got the Fat Man, Bombbuster 72, Bangers Bushcraft, Apocalypse Optimist. Got Chris Down in the Hole. Got Matt V 2099. You got JQSH. Shazboo Book Owl. You guys heard all these so far?
I'm subbed to most of them.
Yeah.
I've probably talked to most of them several times.
Yeah, I do a lot of talking to Luke, and Bush Hunt and I were talking a lot there for a while, but he kind of fell off the map. I think his work is
he's busy
right now.
Yep, he's busy.
But Urban to Country Homestead, his name's Jeep. He's a great guy. For those of you out there that know him or would like to subscribe to him, Space Buns, we talked about her. She does a great channel. She's been doing some really funny stuff lately. Bad Brain Prep, Coyote Works, HKPSG One Shooter, Marsh Rat, he's a cool guy. Buds 131, he's a bigger channel. He's a Navy SEAL, and he does a lot of stuff where he busts people that pretend they're Navy SEALs trying to take and Jarhead kind of talked about it. Basically pretending they're Navy SEAls, and he calls them up and busts the crap out of them, which is funny. Michelle Just Playing, Skinny Medic, he's a popular one there. Aussie Survival, Diggin' Dixie, Amanda Rodriguez, American Warning, obviously, we talked about him. He's very knowledgeable.
Yes, he is.
We got Joel Sweatman, David Vose, Kelly Parks, Knuckle Mac 33. He's a smaller channel, but he's always commenting. He's a really good sub to have. And Living Survival, man, he's been blasting out great videos. He has a great website. If you guys go to there, check that out. No Stress Mike, he's a knowledgeable guy. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. He's been on a lot of different talks with Luke Banner and stuff, so good stuff. Well, for now, that's good. I'll go over some more later.
No, them guys that's got them bigger channels, they need to disseminate some of this information. You know what I'm saying? I don't really lean towards the conspiracy side of stuff, but I'm not afraid to connect a little bit of the dots. But yeah, the government's just fucked. Period. It's banker owned. Banker stand is where we live.
Another thing on that, they are, how should I say this, scared. They are scared for what their existence has done to the American people. They know that we are waking up. They know the majority of us are awake, and we are pissed. But we are just kicking back. I mean, they're trying to pick a fight. The government, the bankers.
They ain't had anybody to. We haven't had anybody to put, to really look for, a leader. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had anybody to point us in the right direction.
Right.
I'm not a leader. I'm not a follower either. You know what I'm saying? But I'll follow somebody that'll take care of business.
Yep.
The bankers have got to go. Like I said, you get into this stuff, it always goes back to the same group of bankers. I don't care where you start.
Yeah, it's hard to have a leader who's placed. They are not voted in. They are placed in a position. There's no doubt about that. I mean, as far as let's go to Scotland. with a vote for independence. They were blown out of the water with, basically incorrupt. It was incorrupt voting. I mean, they would have won their independence if it was done right. They would have won their independence, but because of the corruptness of their government, they lost independence.
Well, they use monetary funds, and you know what I'm saying. They use the money that they control to get what they want.
Yeah,
It's the same thing with presidents. We don't pick these guys. They put them up there and say, "Here, vote for these ones."
yeah,
And they're all on the same team. They're all corrupt. You know, they all work for the bankers pretty much.
yeah. And anyone who thinks you have a Republican or Democrat are so far in the fog that they'll never come to life. We have a one-party system. I mean, I'm going to put it to you in a short form. The WWE wrestlers, they go in there and they fight, they wrestle, and then after the cameras are off, they go, "Hey, let's go have a drink. How's the family? You want to have barbecue?" Same damn thing.
It's like wrestling.
It's entertainment. That's what it is to me. It's entertainment, but I'm not entertained anymore. But they think it's entertainment. It's not.
I'm sick of losing rights.
Yeah,
I'm just sick of it. I'm not willing to go any further.
I'm not either. But they think that, okay, Republicans, Democrats, Independents own the Tea Party. Let's think about the Tea Party. The new opposition to the Republicans, Democrats, shot down like,
Republicans had engulfed them.
yeah, incredible.
What would you guys say you're trying to change, not to change the subject, we can get back into it here in a little bit, but what would you say your two most important preps are?
I would say my food and my family.
Well, true. Very good point. Water and food for me.
Water and food.
Yep.
Yeah, the rest you can either make, as far as weapons or rope or whatever, from resources that are natural and around, so I concur. The family though, I give you one extra one because we already know that answer.
It'd be food and firearms for me.
Food and firearms. You can get a lot of stuff with firearms.
Well, I have plenty of water. You know what I mean? I'm in a wet state.
Gotcha.
That's not really a concern of mine. I have water filters and stuff. I don't stock water. I don't find it necessary.
You got rivers or streams and
River, streams, wells,
Yeah.
creeks, ponds, everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So water is, it's important. Don't get me wrong. If you're in the desert, it's deadly important. It's the most important. But where I live, I don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm self-sustained. I've got a hand-dug well, 28 feet. It holds about 600 gallons. Never has gone dry in 26 years. It's, spring-fed. So I'm not really worried about water. Got a backup hand pump, so.
Do you guys do any canning, or do you do mostly like dehydrated foods, or do you just keep a good selection and circulate it through?
I circulate my canned goods. We actually own a farm, so I'll be in better shape than most people because I have enough cattle to probably feed the county for a year.
Yeah, see, that helps a lot.
And that's what we'll do too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe use that to pull people together and not try to have a apocalypse around here. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you have the property to let them graze, or do you have to feed them?
We have 2,300 acres.
Oh, wow.
That answers that.
Much.
And it's not even all fenced, you know. I mean, we could open more up if we had to.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a free ranger. A free ranger?
I will.
I know. I'm just.
It ain't that big.
I know. I'm funny.
No, that's good. That's the thing. You can have cattle, pig, and all that, but if you don't have the acreage to feed them, you know what I mean?
Well, in a true shit hits the fan, I hope to organize the community to make sure the farm works to feed everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I hope to do. I think security and everything will be taken care of around a large food source. You know what I'm saying?
You got it going right there. You've got it going on. If you can do that,
But that's my plan is to try to take care of my community. You know what I'm saying? That only makes us stronger if there is invaders or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're in a small town where you know everybody, so when you can spot the unfamiliar faces, it makes life a lot easier.
Well, even if there's extra to go around, I intend to help them too. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to help. I'm not going to be part of the problem.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, we've seen this before. Look at the Soviet states after the collapse. Those people didn't have much. They all bound together and helped each other. That's what a shit hits the fan really looks like, if you ask me. As long as there's no military interaction with a foreign government or our government, I think we could come out of it okay.
I believe we turn back into tribes.
I don't know if it depends how far shit hits the fan goes.
Yeah, because it's whether it's a small community, you can call it a community or a tribe. It's basically that. You're hoping it's not all one for all and all for one. It's just yourself, your family out there, because then you're really behind the power curve, I think.
Well, I'm in turning to tribes. I think that would take years of grid down situation with no government interaction, or you know what I'm saying. I don't think that's going to happen. We might at first go 6 months without some kind of organized effort to help out. Then again, maybe the government does want us to die and starve to death. We've seen it before in the Holodomor in Ukraine. They starved 50 million people to death.
They're still trying to get rid of 2/3 of us.
If that shit's real, the Agenda 21 stuff, they'll have a nuclear war and just get it over with.
They'll just bunker down the people they want in the shelters over there in Missouri and the Ozarks, and
they'll still have some slaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what we are.
Someone's got to bring them water.
Yeah. Like it or not, that's what we are to these people. We're their slaves. It's just a different kind of slavery.
Yeah.
It's actually really smart the way they've set everything up. And it's ridiculous that we put up with it after we've learned about it. The thing is all this information didn't start coming together until the computer age, which is really only 12 years old to have some kind of technology like we have today. I mean, this is a fairly new thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, think about the phone, 15 years ago.
When I was 20 years ago, when I was a kid, the cell phone was a bag in your car.
Yeah, big old sucker, and only doctors had them.
Yeah. Doctors or business owners.
Business owners, yeah. True. Yeah, you didn't normally have one of those. You were lucky if you had one of those little pagers. You're a big shot if you had a pager.
But the only thing I can say is things will change because as long as the information isn't drowned out, things will change for the better. Maybe we can start writing our own history. the truth.
Go
I ain't
back
up to that anymore.
Kind of look at the cell phones, though. Look at the cell phones, the internet. When they take those, and they will, those will be the first things that go down. Cell phones. I mean, look at people. When I'm on break, or even not even on break at work, when I'm at work, I mean, people are walking around with buggies, talking. They run into other people, run into displays. Hell, how do people even drive a freaking car? I mean, wait until their cell phone is disconnected. You want to talk about a world turned upside down in a heartbeat.
Well, think of cell phones 4 or 5 years ago. They were these cheap little flip phones that weren't. We're pretty much holding the power of a computer in our hand today. Things have really changed in the last 5 years. Just the way information spread now.
Yeah, yeah. And they can shut that off in the blink of an eye. And
That's what they did in Egypt, and look what happened to them there.
That's what they did in Ferguson. Think about that. They cut off all communications. In Ferguson, no internet, no phones, no nothing. In Ferguson, Missouri. And it's coming here.
Just one call and they blip it off the thing. Boom. No phone.
Done.
Yeah. No, for sure.
No, I think the most important thing about prepping is prep for more than yourself. Go back to the old Bible verse, love thy neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think that's good. You guys, when I watch a prepper kind of stuff, I'll get ideas from it. Like say, Walking Dead. I think it was one of the most viewed TV series out there. And when it first started, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show or not, but you almost felt like you could learn a lot from watching that. Just seeing the chaos, what was going on. And I know it was zombies and stuff like that, but when I think of zombies, I think of just hungry people that haven't eaten in a long time. Not so much that they have some bacteria or whatever, people, but it's just these starving, hungry families trying to feed, and you kind of go, man, that's a good idea or a bad idea. You can almost learn a lot from that, or learn some stuff from that. What do you guys think? Have you ever watched that show?
I think you can learn a lot from the worst sources. You know what I'm saying? I think people you totally disagree with have something to offer.
Yeah. Well, even like this food.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's ideas everywhere. I mean, and they may not be important one day, next day they will be. It's part of the learning curve.
Yeah.
So, Rick, your question was about Walking Dead, or
just any of those shows where it's basically, something happened in the country, the world, whatever, stuff's going on, and you're kind of learning where you're seeing these people come together as a small group.
Yeah.
And just how how teamwork is applied, and how being able to trust somebody that you never really met, you know what I mean? And kind of those things that would happen in those kind of scenarios like that. Some of it's kind of dumb. Like, my wife hates the show. She thought it was the stupidest thing she ever saw, but I liked watching it because I like to watch how people would interact with other people that are, that are basically, they've come across them, doing whatever, looking for whatever, but now there's these people that aren't so much a threat, and they have the ability to help, but it's like whether to trust them, whether to use them in your family, your so-called like family unity of the people you not captured, but have come in contact with, that you want to be part of your uh, whatever you want to call them, team, family, squad, whatever the case is.
Yeah. I feel in my heart that it takes 3 to 7 days to understand who you're dealing with. That's how I feel about it. Not much more beyond that.
That makes sense, especially in those times where on a normal everyday, just communicating once in a while, it may take months. When you're getting crammed with all that stuff going on, say you got people trying to get you, your bond is going to be a lot faster. You're going to be able to, if it is a bond, or you just go, you know what, this guy's going to slit my throat in the middle of the night. So you're getting, a lot faster with that kind of impact going on around you.
Yeah. I have been, I'm 50 years old. I have been, dumped by a few. I thought I knew their character, but
yeah,
you can't always, you don't always know. So some people are tougher to think than others, but it don't matter. Just a lesson learned to me. So
yeah, for sure. And the ones that did get you, you learned from that as well.
I did. Yeah, very much.
I've been watching some of your knot time videos.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have to.
They're too long. They're good because it's, we're chatting and having fun, but when you're trying to watch a knot time video that's an hour and a half long, it doesn't work. So I'm going to probably do little short videos on each knot and then just kind of talk about, the history of the knot and where it came from.
Where do you learn all that?
I've been in the fire service 25 years, so we're big into rope stuff. I'm on a FEMA USAR team, and we travel, when there's something going on, I'm on the rescue side of it, so we go and basically our job is like structural collapse. We go and climb underneath the stuff and get the bodies out. Or shore building or do ropes, and we do that type of stuff.
Well, my grandpa used to do a lot of that. He owned a coal mine. He used to lace rope and cable and all kinds of stuff together. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it because it's outdoors. It's it's never the same stuff for the most part.
Maybe do a video where you could do like 5 knots that you need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Something that would be really important and you could use. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good idea.
Yep. Yeah.
So we've been working on it. Well, I did some videos, and then my son, it's kind of a son, father-son deal, and he's my photographer, or whatever you call him, videographer. So it's kind of cool because we get some bonding time. But so we filmed quite a few knots. So I just have him sitting on a hard, those little chips. So one of these days I'll download them.
It is cool. It is cool.
It's fun. And then when my daughter, she's 10 and my son's 12, so she'll do the lighting and stuff. So it turns into like a family fun thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, the Rice Krispie, that was off the hook.
My son had so much fun shooting the crap out of me.
I guarantee it.
It was fun.
That was off the hook. That was incredible.
I like doing videos like that. If I can get someone to laugh, or, like the Daily Shooter, he said, that's one of the funniest dang videos I've seen on YouTube in a long time. And I thought that was cool because, it's not so much about the hits, it's about, the little community that we have watches it and laughs or whatever.
Yeah, that was, I spread that one around, I think. I know I did.
Yeah, that one's fun, and I like doing the Christmas tree safety one. That's kind of cool, just to maybe save somebody out there from their house catching on fire. That's kind of stuff I like to do.
And you know, and you know, people think that's a little thing. It's not. It's not a little thing because that you just said it from your heart right there. If I could save somebody or help somebody, that's what I did it for. So,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people out there every year that don't understand.
true.
You put lights on a tree that get hot, and that tree's dry. Boom. I mean, it only takes a blink of an eye.
I don't think people understand how flammable real pine trees are.
It's pure sap. It's fuel.
They go up, that's for sure. I'd burn a bunch of them.
And once they go, there ain't much stopping it.
They get rocking and rolling, that's for sure. I got some good video of some trees going up
Yep.
that I should add because it is amazing. Minute and a half, the whole house is on fire basically. The smoke's all the way to the floor.
I'll tell you, I had an old house where my business is now when I bought the property, and the fire department.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Resist the Tyranny Live Saturday night on the new channel, the backup channel.
And I had the fire department come in and burn it down. They started in the back room with a road flare, and it wasn't 30 seconds, and the fire was coming out the freaking front door. I could not believe how fast that house burned. It was like a cardboard box, man. 5 minutes, that thing fell in the basement.
Wow. Yeah. It is. It's a lot about materials. And what's weird is construction, they try to make stuff as cheap as they can. So all your roof is composed of it's just designed to sit there with some shingles on it or whatever you got for roof comp or whatever it is on a normal everyday, the trusses are shit. So once you get any type of fire under there, it's depending on how long it's been, it's definitely not safe to even go into.
No, it's not.
And then all the different, years ago, the fabrics in a couch were cotton and all sorts of stuff that would catch fire, but it was a lot harder to, generate heat. Now with all the polyurethanes and foams and stuff, you're getting 2 to 3 times the heat compared to any of the normal stuff. So your fires are a lot hotter and a lot faster, and then with your construction being made of crap, they want to burn a lot quicker.
And the toxins too. The toxins. I mean, you're not breathing natural stuff. You're breathing synthetic. You're breathing bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna overpower you too. So it's. I just hope people understand it. It's what it is.
Yeah. Well, let's jump back out here, see if we got some more stuff going on. Brass. How do you say that? What Hawaii Volcano Squad say? Brass Hanukkah?
Happy Hanukkah.
Something like that.
Merry Christmas.
Beer Grinding 19 said someone's listening to Resist the Tyranny. Is there any other shows going on right now?
Yeah, Resist just started.
Oh, he did. That's why. That's why he jumped over. Okay. Let's see.
Let's all
Let's jump over there.
yeah.
Say hi. Well, all you folks that are listening, I appreciate it, watching, and let's give some love out to another channel, Resist the Tyranny. It's probably on that Resist the Tyranny 2.0 if you can't find it. He's having a few issues with his channel right now, so we're going to shut her down, go visit with some friends, and again, I appreciate you guys coming in, and thanks, Mud. I appreciate it a lot for coming in and BSing with us.
You're a good man.
Having some good times. So, but I'll see you over on Resist the Tyranny. Do some commenting and having fun and see what they got to talk about.
Let's go take the pain.
Let's do it. Take care, everybody. See you later.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Bye.